gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Stuck in the Podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Uncle AK. My co-host Reflex is in the back scenes right now. He told me to write this one solo, so hey, y'all stuck with me, man.
Hey,
y'all stuck with me.
We cool.
We not mad. We all right with that.
But now, before I introduce my guest for today, please go subscribe to our YouTube channel. SITM Podcast. Follow us on all social platforms at SITM Podcast. The email is sitmpodcast237@gmail.com. Send us questions, comments, referral. Our couch talk, we're definitely, encouraging each and every one of you, for those of you who are listening to the couch talk, send us your questions, man. We'd love to discuss, the questions you send us with our panel. This episode is brought to you in partnership with Perfect Office Solutions, providing affordable, professional, flexible office spaces, starting at just $4.99. Yeah, $4.99. Hey, man, stop trapping in the basement. Use promo code SITM Podcast to get 10% off your monthly lease. Again, the promo code is SITM Podcast to get 10% off your monthly lease. They're a dynamic duo, the host of Drinks and Conversation Podcast. Please welcome. Don't get mad at me if I butcher your name, but anyways, very interesting names, by the way. IntroPixs.
Yeah, IntroPixs.
And OxyTosin.
OxyTosin.
Welcome to Stuck in the Podcast.
Yeah.
We're very happy to be here.
Yeah, man. Hey,
Yes.
Today we're doing something very, very brand new. We're having drinks on the table.
Oh, yeah.
Since we're having drinks, man, let me roll mine out.
It took us to
man.
come through to bring the drinks. All right.
Cheers to you guys.
Cheers to you guys.
Thank you for making it here. Let's start this way though.
Okay.
Your names, man. IntroPixs, OxyTosin. Like I hear OxyTosin, I think of the medicine. Robitussin. Like, where I get these names from? What do they mean?
Go ahead. Okay. All right. Listen, I'm IntroPixs. I'm a celebrity event photographer, so that's basically where that came from. That's how it started. Like my main profession was in photography, so IntroPixs has kind of like stuck with me and been there. My company is Introverted Pictures, so that's just a short version of what I do. Yeah.
I help him come up with the name.
Yeah.
Okay. Just wanted to throw that out there.
Yeah,
I'm Nigerian and my name is Oluwatosin. So I wanted to keep, Tosin, and then I add oxytocin, but it's what your body releases when something good happens in your life. So if you get that new job, or if you, bust that nut, or whatever happens, it's really, really good. Your body releases oxytocin, and when people tune into us, when people are around us, I want them to feel that energy. I want them to be happy. I want them to release. So I want to bring people joy. So that's why I chose my name.
We are over. Okay, cool. Anyways, I didn't hear that part, but all right.
Sorry.
Yeah. So you're rapping Niger today, eh?
All day, every
day. AliExpress or that's the original?
You see, don't do that,
sorry,
my brother. Don't do that.
Sorry.
Come on now.
Sorry. Now for the listeners, who who don't know who y'all are, like, could y'all give a little background history to you, very brief.
Yeah, so Drinks and Conversations, it started, we do an event that we do at least 3 to 4 times a year, and it's our live show, our live event that we do, and it's Drinks and Conversation. Like, we have it at a bar, and we like to provoke controversial conversations. So we get everybody together, and we have these group discussions and group topics at a bar. Food, family, fun, things like that. And our podcast is basically a spinoff of that. And we just trying to do what we can do just to get the community involved and spark conversation basically.
Absolutely. It's like after college or after when you go to work, where do you really meet people that you can talk to? And 9 times out of 10, they tell you don't make friends when you're at work. So we try to create a space where people can connect and build different relationships, and meet new people. Because going to the club, you're not really going to meet and make that connection with somebody. But coming to Drinks and Conversations, having a conversation, engaging in self-disclosure, debating topics, it really makes people connect. We've gotten people together, we may have a baby named after us.
Right, we done hook people up.
We forging, bonds between people, and that's what's...
Relationships, all types of stuff.
Baby named after you guys.
Yes.
Flex, man, we got to get babies named after us.
Are you single? Are you single?
Yeah.
Flex, are you single? I'm telling you, your wife is at a Drinks and Conversations event. I'm trying to tell you.
Well, he didn't say he was single yet, though.
I tried to save him. I was like, some people don't want to. He probably got 3 or 4 listening right now, so
I was gonna ask, why. I was gonna ask why the name Drinks and Conversations, but pretty much that it's in that description you just gave, right?
Actually, he's a recovering alcoholic.
Listen,
So no,
and I done relapsed a couple of times already.
No, but
they tried to take me to rehab.
We've been
but I said
friends
no.
for over 10 years, I
Yeah.
think, and we've always just, had drinks and just had great conversations. So it's something that we actually do. So why not just use what we're already doing and just turn it into a name for our show?
Right.
Yeah.
So who initially started the process? Like who came up to who saying, "Yo, let's do a podcast"?
Well, I think we always been trying to work together, and like I did an event, you know what I'm saying, that was kind of similar, and OxyTosin, just being a good friend that she is, like we just wound up naturally hosting together, and from there it just kind of like took off. Like I said, this is what we should be doing, and OxyTosin has a whole background in broadcasting journalism, so like that it just worked.
Absolutely. And I'm a real friend. Like when I came to the event, it's not I'm just going to sit and enjoy it. How can I help you? What can I do? How can I be of service to you? Because this is a really, really great friend of mine. So me being of service to him and us just kind of working together, it was like, yo, like we should really do this. So and then that's how it kind of came about.
Yeah. But OxyTosin is that way with all her friends too.
Right,
like she's that way with all her friends. Like all her friends, like everybody. I'd be like, dang,
It's a blessing though. I think the people that you surround yourself with is very, very important. That I'm big on energy, so energy is very, very, very important to me. So I just try to put out that good energy and just pray that I get that same energy back.
I'm just kind of curious, man. Like I feel like without the drinks, you're already hype. So with the drinks, how do you get?
You're right. I have a natural high off life, but with the drinks, it's just it doesn't do anything. It's already me. It's just something sweet to just keep it going. I'm good, right? Do you think it affects me? I know
the drinks open people up. I feel like it does open people up.
I think it gives people an excuse sometimes.
I mean, sometimes, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like it does open people up. I mean, just the fact that we have an event at a bar and when people get to drinking and we have that whole, that whole experience, like people do open up. Like they open up and they kind of let their guard down a little bit. I mean, I don't know if it's the Ciroc or the Henny, but either one.
Possible. Anything is possible.
So you of Nigerian descent and you're from Queens, right?
Yeah, I'm from Queens.
So how do you guys use your background to further this platform?
I mean, go ahead.
You already know I be having the Africans in the building.
They sure love.
I
gotta go and find my people.
No, so I meet up. I'm in the meetup group, so I have to meet a lot of other Nigerians and young professionals as well. So giving them the information or just having a word of mouth. Our event has grown so much from word of mouth, honestly. Just promotion on social media, Instagram and Facebook. That's been our biggest tool. And when people find out that you're Nigerian, they're like, "Oh, you're Nigerian? Okay, I'm gonna support her just because she's Nigerian." Oh, you're a mother. Oh, I'm gonna support you just because you're a mother. Oh, so people just as long as people can find a way to connect to you, then they'll their support is given. Yeah,
man. Like for me personally, when I drink, man, like I'm free, dog. I have this freedom. I have this freedom to say, do whatever
you want.
You know what I mean?
It gives you that courage, right?
Along the guidelines, of course. That liquor courage. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, and there are other people out there who don't drink. There are other people out there who shun people who drink and stuff like that. How do you guys bring all these people together?
I mean, I think like there's some people that have been on our show that don't drink, and I think just the chemistry and just make it people feel relaxed is what brings that out also. You know what I'm saying? Like liquor is one aspect of it, drinks is one aspect of it, but you could be drinking water. I mean, I like water, you know what I'm saying? We got H2O all day.
We have fruit juice, Minute Maid.
We gonna give you a little cup to act like you little drinking, but I just feel like the chemistry and this and that, it's all about just letting your guard down, and most of the time people forget like there's a mic in their face or a camera in their face.
Absolutely.
And that's what we want to, that's the kind of energy that we want to bring. Period. Like,
and drinks are drinks. It's not just alcohol. You can have some tea or coffee if you like, as long as you just sip a little bit.
Because she try to go on breaks every once in a while. She'd be like, "Listen, I'm fasting this time," or and she won't drink for a couple of episodes. But we got a couple of episodes.
And then I have this one here who's hounding me. Come on,
just get a little bit, just a little bit. Bad influence. I know, bad influence already.
Telling you, do it.
But now, is this a weekly podcast or?
Yeah, it's a weekly podcast.
With a guest?
Yeah.
Do y'all get guests every week too? Or?
Yeah, I mean, most of the time, I mean, even if we don't have guests, I mean, just the podcast with us two, our chemistry is just, just good. I mean, it's a release for us as well. You know what I'm saying? We try to mainly focus on our event because we want people to really just come out and actually meet us personally. You know what I'm saying? Versus just hearing us. But even if there's not a guest that's there, we still have like a really a good show.
Yeah.
So
And we believe wholeheartedly in having a good time. I feel like people get older and you're working or you're taking care of your kids or you're tending to your husband or you're tending to your wife. Like, don't forget to have a good time. Don't forget to enjoy your life. We're not here forever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So make those memories with those people. I'm telling you, reach out to whoever you got to reach out to. Spend that quality time. Because I say, if you're going to go to their funeral when they're not here, you need to spend time with them while they are here. So,
that's true.
How do you guys keep each other accountable?
I can keep him accountable. He can't keep me accountable.
I can't keep her accountable.
Like he's the little devil on my shoulder nagging me to do what I'm not supposed to do. Hey, you want a diet? Go ahead and eat that chicken. You don't want to drink alcohol? Just take a sip. Like that's who he is. But I definitely try to keep him accountable. We're very honest with each other. We're very transparent with each other. Like he can call me out on my stuff and I can call him out on his stuff. I can, right?
Yeah.
Even if you told me I couldn't, I still would. But like this is like
and I think that works.
This
I
is
think
my
that
brother.
works. Yeah, I think that works. I feel like just with our relationship, like we can call each other out, like every time that there's something that we need to do and stuff like that. And we both have lives, you know what I'm saying? We all have like other ventures that we're doing and stuff like that. So at the end of the day, we're still passionate about what we've been doing.
Absolutely.
We've been doing this for a couple of years. So like at the end of the day, like we still, when it comes down to like the bottom line, we show up where we need to show up. We be like, yo, okay, so you know what I'm saying?
Right,
we just gonna have to do it.
Yeah,
let's get it together. So you know what I'm saying? We just make it happen. And I think that's the positive thing in what we have.
Yeah. With the Drinks and Conversations live show. Which I've watched a couple snippets on YouTube.
Teaser.
You gotta come, man. You gotta come. It's good.
I didn't know about it till you show up your sister.
We got another one coming. It's okay.
No, definitely. When is it? Anyway, plug it in.
Do the plug. Drinks and Conversations 10 is going to be extra lit. It is on the way, August 3rd. So I'm telling you, be there. It's no longer free. You know what I mean? It is $10, but it's only $10. Only $10. So
but the thing is,
get your ticket, shouty.
Our topic of discussion is sex and lies.
Sex and lies is a theme.
So we did our love and relationships in February, and this one is sex and lies. This is our 10th event. So we've been doing this, and we about to show out this time. Like it's about to be crazy.
And I really just want to know why men lie. And women are just
women
are just
and
so
women
truthful
don't, and
to
women are truthful,
no,
right?
No, we are
okay,
angels.
That's
we
what we
saints,
thought. Oh,
okay?
you're saints.
We are sent
from heaven above.
Absolutely.
Okay,
yes,
that's
sir.
the same song in the
Yes,
script
sir.
that I
My question is, who said men lie?
They do.
You got proof?
Absolutely.
Where?
You're arguing with me about men lying when you
I'm
know
just
you are a
asking.
man and you know you've lied. Have you not lied?
No, I have many times.
Okay.
Many times, yeah.
Thank you for proving my
I mean,
point.
what is a lie? But what is a lie, though? You know what I'm saying?
What is a lie?
You got to break it down. Like, what? I mean, what is a lie?
My mom asked me, did you go to church? I was like, I looked at her face. I was like, yeah, she's so happy. I don't want to break her heart. Yeah, ma, I did.
You lied to your mama's face.
I mean, sometimes, man.
Oh my goodness. Only a man can do such a thing. Only a man can do such a thing like that.
It's not anything too bad, you know what I mean? Like,
you out here protecting hearts. That's what it's called. You out here protecting hearts.
You see how men
Ain't
see
nothing
things?
wrong with that. Sometimes you got to protect the heart
Mm-mm.
every once in a while. You don't want to be a heartbreaker.
Protect me with the truth, okay?
No. See,
Okay.
You
That's
can't
gonna break
handle
your
the
heart.
truth.
Right, that's gonna break your heart.
You can't handle the truth, man. But anyways, listen. How do you guys stand? There's a lot of podcasts out here, including Stuck in the podcast. How do you guys stand out? What is that you do different to stand out?
The thing is, I don't do anything different to stand out. I think we have to be authentically ourselves. I think even though there are a lot of podcasts out, there's a lane for everyone. And I firmly believe there's room for everyone to win. So we're not in comparison with any other podcast. You know what I mean? We're just going to keep doing our thing. If we want to try something new, we'll try something new. I feel like there is a lane for everyone. So even if you're out there and you want to start a podcast, I don't care how many other podcasts are out there. Start your podcast. You know what I'm saying? Do your thing. For example, Rihanna with Fenty Beauty. Do your thing. What's for you is for you.
I feel like you gotta your personality. Everybody's different, so you want to bring a little bit something. But there's no competition from podcast to podcast. Like I love just being on just even here being on this podcast and just learning from other people. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Learning from y'all and just how everything is set up and
It's
how
so
everything
beautiful.
runs. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying and stuff like that.
at
You know,
this table.
I know. Look at this. I know we.
all that.
We better. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
So so it's all good, but I love to see that because
Yes.
we could be at all different type of levels. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, we all in the same game. We all in media.
Right.
You know, I've done photography, I've done media, and this and that. We're all in the same thing.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, so it's all about learning from each other and connecting. That's how I see it
Yes.
as to be. You know, and that's just that's how I
What
see
it
it.
is. Yep.
Real question: has anybody passed out during these events due to alcohol?
I don't want to say they done passed out. You know, I don't say they done passed out, but
They've made some bad decisions.
yeah, they made some bad
Let's
decisions
speak a little
and
bit
some
about
good
those.
decisions.
some
Okay,
great
decisions.
Give me two
Yes.
good decisions and two bad decisions that you've seen people make.
I mean, most of the time it's just going home with the wrong person.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's going home with the right person. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like even with our events, with our live events,
Yeah.
we try to make connections, love connections, even
Absolutely.
date connections or whatever the case may be. Even if you're single, complicated in a relationship, whatever the case may be,
Absolutely.
we try to make those connections. So like we done seen people be in relationships over the events and break up, you know what I'm saying? And they bring their new people to the events and, so we done seen a lot basically go
'cause
down.
We have a segment at our live event called Shoot Your Shot.
Mm-hmm.
So you come up to us, you know what I mean? If you see somebody in here that you like, you see somebody in here you want to talk to them, we may have a little gift for you to take to them, or we have roses sometimes where if it's a guy, he
Mm-hmm.
can give the rose to a young lady, try to start it off right. Or we have gift cards where, I'll take care of the tip, but you could take care of the meal. We're not going to take care of everything.
Everything.
But, we just try to make people make connections and shoot your shot,
I got a question with this shoot your shot thing.
What's
You know
up?
what I mean? Like, from all the segment, from all the people, I came up like, yo, I want to go holler at that person. You know what I mean? Like, what's the craziest thing you guys seen somebody do or say during that?
Well, we put people on the spot, so like.
You remember the pony, though, the genuine pony with the bear? With Bertrand.
Oh yeah,
I think that
he
was the
did.
most.
Yeah, that was the
best.
most. Yeah, that
What
was
did he
the
do?
most. I mean, he gave someone a bear that
Teddy bear,
a teddy
yes.
bear that
With
was
the
there.
heart.
Yeah, he really shot his shot.
And
like,
he
for
walked
real.
through the crowd like he acted like he was genuine because the DJ started playing Genuine Pony. So y'all all know Pony, right? Okay, so yeah, and then he slid over. He was like, you didn't know which girl he was gonna go to. And then he kind of just slid over to her and got on one knee. It was the cutest thing.
It was nice.
I literally was dead.
He definitely.
I was
probably
dead. I
got
was
that
like, yo,
number
why
that
couldn't that be me, yo?
Everybody want to be chosen. Look, but you know what? That's the thing. And you know what? One thing that I've realized with our events is you don't realize how many people are single. You know, like we have certain wristbands that when you come through that you have and that indicate that you're single, but you just don't realize. You think that this girl is fine. You know what I'm saying?
She
And you
gotta
be like,
have a
yeah, she
man.
gotta have a man. But a lot of times, she be single, and a lot of times you need that green light, basically.
Yeah. And a lot of times she's like, guys don't want to approach me. And you
Yeah.
thinking she probably have 50 people approaching her. No, she's actually waiting for someone
For
to approach her.
someone, yeah.
So, yeah.
I mean,
So we give people green wristbands if you're single, red wristbands if you're taken, and blue if you're confused, just so, you know.
Yeah, if it's complicated.
Yeah.
damn, you had to really go all out.
We
Listen,
got to keep the peace. We have married people in the building, so, we trying to respect
Can't have
the
you
union.
keep hitting on somebody that's married, you know what I'm
You
saying?
know?
Because there be some married people up in there, and you
Yeah,
be like,
absolutely.
wow, you know what I'm saying? I see why you take
You are not single. Okay, keep it
But then
moving.
again, somebody who's in a relationship could say, "Yeah, I'm single." So how do you?
That's true.
validate
I
that?
mean, you never know. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You never know what's what.
Yeah.
I mean, you could be in a relationship and put on a green wristband and see what your
Absolutely,
options
but they
are.
are where we have photographers in the building, and we do have a videographer in the building. So when the video comes out, that's
Don't ask.
So that's
Don't-
not us. That's on you.
And we have had people, can you take me out this seat?
Look,
real quick?
I shouldn't have said.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
Hey.
hey.
Why is making love connections so important to y'all?
Well, I think
I know
we
it's
all
important to
looking
me.
for love, though.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think we
Yeah.
all kind of like love. It's crazy because out of the 10 events that we've done, our love and relationships have been like our biggest events and biggest response from the people.
Always sold
Yeah,
out.
always sold out, and we always have crowds for that. So like that's what the people want. Like at the end of the day, they
Everyone's
want
like looking for love, man.
and they want to talk about it. Like at the end of the day, like people want to talk about, the struggles from dating and stuff like that.
And
so.
if you're successful with it, we want you to share your successes and see, what can we do? How can we learn? What can we do right?
Yeah.
Because those married people be dropping gems.
They do.
Oh my gosh. And then this one guy, I think this was the best thing he said, because the question was, how long is too long to be in a relationship, and he hasn't proposed to you. And he just took the mic and he was like, look, if you've been in a relationship for a long time and your man has not proposed to you, he doesn't love you. And I thought that was so true. I think if you've been with someone for 9 years.
I don't think that, but
think that's
you know what I'm
true,
saying?
though.
But
9 years and you haven't proposed to me.
not
Like, maybe you don't. You may love me, but you don't love me the way that I need to be loved if I'm looking for, marriage, and you're not. Like, just 9 years, what are we waiting for? To die? Like, I don't know. The afterlife to get married? I don't know.
Everybody's different.
No, I'm not.
See, when we had that conversation on our couch talk, which the episode is going, we're gonna roll it out pretty soon. Pretty much half the people say, well, it depends on that couple, because couples are different. It's all about communication and all that stuff.
Well, how long are you waiting?
Man, I don't know, man. Like,
He looked like 48 hours. 48 hours.
hell no, nah.
I'm in love.
Nah,
I don't care what my mama say. I'm gonna lie to her face.
We both went to church.
you gotta give it time, man. You gotta give it time, because man,
But
like, yeah, women, man, like,
Okay, go ahead with the generalized statement.
some of
what?
some of you,
Some.
women,
Thank you.
Some of you,
You gotta use that.
you guys are like
Allegedly.
an onion. You gotta peel slowly and gently. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
So I'm gonna take my time with this.
You can do
I'm not
slowly and
rushing.
gently, but just not 9 years.
So to you,
Yes.
how long do you want to be dating a man before he proposes to you?
Okay, at this stage in my life, 36 months or less.
So now we went from
36 months.
36 months or less.
So wait, we went from just proposing to the stage in your life.
Yes. You asked
Interesting.
if
Okay.
I'm going to answer for me, because I don't want to answer for everybody else.
Right.
For me, all I have is 36 months or less. That's
But
it.
So what happens after 36 months or less?
I have to make a decision. Am I cutting this loose or keeping it, or
So,
staying with it? But I'll
see-
probably cut it loose.
All right, now this is where you lose me, right? You're gonna cut it loose, and then you're gonna start the process all over again. What if the next person passes 36 months or less?
They not, because I've already cut the process. I don't even engage in it. But
It'll be 24 months. After that. But
No.
you know what? I feel like a lot of women, they want the proposal, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Period. It doesn't even have to matter about the marriage. It's just the fact of just being kind of like proposed to. Like,
No,
don't propose.
No,
don't
not
propose, and then
to.
go for the next 6 years. I'll get married, because that's dumb.
That's
I
dumb
mean,
too, yeah.
That's
no,
dumb.
no.
But I feel like the main point is, okay,
No, because that's.
can you get me up to the proposal?
I know, you
and
said-
some people will wait.
for
I mean,
him,
some
it's
people do
6
love it. Some women do love a ring, and they will stay for a little
Man,
bit.
I'm just saying I don't got 9 years. That's all I'm saying. I don't even have.
I mean,
7
technically
years.
5 years proposed,
I hate
and then
that.
4
I hate
years
that.
engaged.
I consider chemistry right here.
No, but he said if it takes, what you say, if it takes 60 months to pay off a car, then it takes you 60 months to figure out if you want to marry
I felt like
somebody.
yeah. If
No.
it takes,
Did you just?
That's what he said.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
thought that was.
I felt like you
36
could wait
months or
5
less.
years.
36 months or less.
But now, how do you guys pick topics for your weekly episodes or for?
That means I can do this.
I feel like it's still recording. I don't think so. Okay. Yeah, what you put about it though.
Okay, sorry.
All right, cool. So, how do you guys pick topics for your podcast or the live shows? I mean, for the live shows, you have 9 so far, and on August 3rd, you're gonna be doing your 10th. How did you guys pick out the topics and all that?
I usually just use IntroPixs Life. It's such a mess.
Oh, really?
What was that?
His life. No, I mean, I have a lot of friends who are going through a lot of things. I think at that late 20s, early 30s stage, it's a lot going on, especially when you're dealing with, single women or even single men or people in relationships. So I just pull from my friends and things that they share with me, or even personal things that I go through. Or going online and seeing what's trending or what's hot, and we always see how could we flip the situation to make it, what's going on in your life or what's going on in my life, or have you experienced, something like this.
Yeah, and when we sit down and we brainstorm, I like to pull from things questions that are going to ask you about your personal life. So like when we ask questions, we want to bring out things from your personal experience, that you could kind of share. So just thought-provoking questions, I think is most important. But on our weekly show, I mean, we talk about trending topics, things that are in the news and the media and stuff like that. And yeah, we just kind of like go from there. Just general conversation. I mean, yeah, we just sitting there
that's
talking.
the thing. We want it to be fun.
Yeah.
I think for us, it's just so much fun. Like, and that's what's so important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you guys? Wait, do you guys agree on everything? Or
no.
you
Hell
bump
nah.
heads?
Hell
No.
nah. He doesn't.
You see this head? We bump heads like all the time.
We don't agree on
No.
a lot of things. And
Yes.
I feel like I got to stand for the fellas most of the time. So you know what I'm saying? And she's with her woman empowerment movement all day. So which I commend, but we're not going to agree on everything.
No, we're not. And until himself and a lot of you other men out there understand that women are like always right.
Sometimes.
So all the time.
Yeah.
All the time.
Are
All
you
the
a
time with a
feminist?
cherry on top.
Are you a feminist?
I'm just me.
Oh, you just.
I don't even want to identify with I'm me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you just you.
Just me.
and
Just
he's
Oxy.
him,
And
right?
I'm just me.
And he's just him. So
Yeah.
I don't
how do
know
you guys
who he is.
how do you guys solve your conflicts then? Or let me say conflicts, but when you disagree. how do you-
Talk it out. Argue it out.
Yeah.
I get loud. Sometimes. I may curse him out in Yoruba. It's like, no, I don't do that.
And sometimes I just have to let her have it. Like I just be like, okay, I'll rate OxyTosin.
Yep.
Like, okay, like.
And that's when I know that I've reached the nerve that I was aiming for.
We gonna let the people decide. Like, you know what I'm saying? We gonna put it out there and let the people decide. Let's see what they say about the whole situation. Because
True.
I always feel like I'm right. She always feel like she right.
I'm always
you
right,
know?
though.
And
That's
I
the
mean,
thing.
You're always right.
I'm always right, my
Hey.
dear.
That's the problem.
See that's Nigerian her.
Yeah.
That's a Nigerian her. But
It's just the truth in me. It's just the truth.
Coming out.
Oh, yeah.
I'll see what you say when you take off that T-shirt. If it's just the truth in you, I feel like that T-shirt in you is like the dude from the movie the Black Panther. That suit.
Oh, the child.
Yeah, that's the way he wears that T-shirt you wear. I feel like that's your your suit right there. But what is it that you wish you knew before? What is it that you wish you knew before that you know now? Starting drinks and conversations.
Oh wow, that's a tough one.
That's a good one.
Yeah. I don't know if there's something that I wish that I knew before, but the thing is, I never thought that it would probably get to the level that it's probably at that we've been doing it. You know what I'm saying? This is something that we start off doing for fun, and this is something that we just kind of like just poured our little side time into, basically. And just the response that we've been getting, it has been overwhelming for me. Like, I just feel like, oh, wow, like, people actually like us, like, you know what I'm saying?
We little hood celebrities. We still in the hood, but it feel like we made it, right?
Yeah. So I was like, it's a good feeling, and as long as people kind of like it and show up for our events and do stuff like that, like I just feel like we're gonna continue to do it. So
I agree. For me, it's just what I wish I knew is that the people that you expect to support you probably won't be the people that are going to support you.
That's true.
I think it's but when you get to a certain point, then they'll turn around and support you, but they don't support you initially, which was really hurtful to me at first. Like, I'm like, yo, you're not even posting my stuff. So I just don't expect anything from anyone. But now we got people who we don't even know who just, hey, I just had a great time. Like, I brought 10 people with me. Oh, I'm in this group. I invited all these people with me. So it's like, okay, but you don't even know me.
But that is
For
true,
real.
because
you don't
like
even know me.
some of the events that we've done, like, you know what I'm saying, in the beginning stages when we did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like, you know what I'm saying, when we've had, so crowds and stuff like that. But once it actually started to pop off, you got all the family members want to come out, they fly out, they get hotels. We gonna be, you know what I'm saying, we gonna come, we gonna stay, so it's just like,
cool. It's just, just
after a while.
I'm just not expecting anything from anyone. Just, I think for me, like, my little heart. Like,
What are you guys so curious about right now?
what are we
Curious about?
curious about? The mind of y'all men, I just don't understand.
oh,
Leave us men alone.
Y'all be-
basically, that's what I'm saying. Like, leave us alone.
I
Why are you curious about us? You know what I'm saying?
Look, nigga, I ain't gonna be here forever. I ain't gonna be here forever. No, but all jokes aside, what am I curious about? I don't know. I don't know what I'm curious about. Honestly, I feel like if I am curious about something, I'll go and do my research. I'm a very research oriented person. I'll find out about whatever it is. I'm just not going to remain in curiosity. So as of right now, no, I'm not curious about anything.
I'm curious about everything. Listen, I try to research and look into.
You really do. You're really smart. For real.
Anything that I could possibly do, but I like to, look towards the future, basically, see stuff like this, like just even experiences like this, sitting down here with you, stuck in the middle. And, what I'm saying, stuff like this, it just lets us know that, what I'm saying, that we are, what I'm saying, we doing a little something, what I'm saying? So it's just confirmation, So, I mean, that's it. I mean.
Who is this platform for? And what is one thing you would like for everybody to take at the end of the day, listening to drinks and conversations or attending your live events?
For me, our platform is for every and anybody. We've had 60-year-olds in the building, and we've had 21-year-olds in the building. So we do have a huge demographic when it comes to age. What I want people to take away from our event is that you're not alone. I know it's some, people who feel like they don't have any friends, or they're alone, or they can't talk to anyone. So when you come to our event, we want to make those connections. We want to talk to you. We go around, we make sure we speak to every single person that comes. When I talk to you, people are like, I just feel like I know you forever, because I'm intentional about that interaction between me and other people. I want you to feel great. I'm going to hug you, talk to you like I've known you, give you a few minutes of my time, and then move on to the next person, because I want to build that connection. And we've met some really cool people.
We've met a lot of people.
Yeah, they're like, oh, can I take you out? Like, come out. You just so like, I just want to connect and just let people know you're not alone. It's just so many people feel alone. I went through a point where I felt really, really alone. I always had friends and family, but you still sometimes just feel like you can connect with someone. And it wasn't a good space that I was in. And I just don't want anyone to feel like that. And I feel like our event, if you just come out, even for a few hours, it'll help you through that.
Yeah. And I just like the benefit of networking, like, like with me, when we have events and we're doing what we're doing, like just being able to network. I've been in the celebrity event photography game for a long time. So the power is in the network. You know what I'm saying? It's in the people that you know. Like, we've been out here in the city, and listen, y'all have interviewed a lot of people that I actually know. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times it's within the network. It's your reputation. It's how you get along with people, because you just never know. We all out here working towards something. We all have a campaign.
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it's just networking and bringing people together. And that's one of the things that I like. So when we have events, I just like to see connecting people to different people and just moving from there, because people did that for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, just when I was coming up doing what I'm doing, it takes a special person to say, hey, this is, such as this is IntroPixs. Here's, maybe I could work. Y'all could probably do something.
Sheila Stewart.
Yeah. Sheila Stewart. And
she rested, her soul rest in peace.
Yeah. So, people did that for me. So with our event, like, I just want people to just connect. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's over conversation, whether it's over drinks, whether it's over J, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter. It's just connecting and just having conversation and just, working together. Why not?
As creatives, how do you make profits back from, everything that you create? Get yourself to
profits. Well, we're just starting that, as far as growing what we're doing, as far as the events and our podcast and stuff like that. A lot of what we've been doing has been investments, you know what I'm saying, and what we're doing, and just kind of like just putting our reach out there. But we both have our other businesses that we do, that we promote, within our events and stuff like that.
And our
so
supporters,
and our supporters, from there. So like I said, your network, you know what I'm saying, definitely contributes to your net worth. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it's those people, because those people buy from us. You know what I'm saying? They're exposed to us. They know us. I mean, we've had people just come off the street and just come into our events and stuff like that, and that we've really become solid friends with and
building
partners.
Relationships.
Yeah. So it just works funny like that, but it's more exposure. I mean, why not? You know what I'm saying? Any exposure is better.
Yeah. You mentioned that you have other businesses other than the drinks and conversations. You want to speak a little bit about that?
Okay, so I mean, the majority of what I do, like I said, I'm a celebrity event photographer, but I also do like step and repeats, red carpets for a lot of the events in the DMV. I also do real estate and things like that. So I mean, that's just my umbrella hosting and things like that. So, that's mainly the main things that I'm concentrated on. I be thin. I be wearing myself thin, but yeah.
What about you?
For me, I'm host of the podcast, self-defense instructor, contributor with my sister who was on the show. I go around and help her when she travels from place to place. We're going to Chicago soon to go do a show, to go help some kids there. So just that and the podcast.
Yeah. Our podcast is mainly what
in our day lives, which we all got day jobs.
Day jobs.
Yes.
How do you guys balance that though? Because we're stuck in the middle, right? So, we got to talk about balance, man. How do you guys balance your day jobs with the live events and, your podcast? And how do you balance all of that?
I mean, it's hard.
It is. I try to keep it completely separate. So even on social media or anything, you won't know what I do for an actual living. You may see me. And people, when they see me, they say, "Oh my goodness, I thought." Okay, keep thinking that. That's right. Yeah, I try to keep the two, extremely separate, just because, I don't want to mix the two.
Yeah.
And then, nowadays I'm in corporate America, so you can get in trouble for certain stuff. So I don't want to be known, or linked to what I do during my day job, because anything that I do off the clock has nothing to do with you. I've never represented you. I've never, anything. Yeah. So I just try to keep myself safe.
I mean, my thing is just publicly, I don't say what I do full time. I'm in corporate America as well, but there's no benefit to me telling people that what I do, what I'm saying, during the day and stuff like that. I mean, at the end of the day, if you need something done business wise that where it comes directly to me, I'm going to make sure I'm flexible enough to do that. Right. And I'm fortunate enough to be in a flexible situation where I can do a lot of the things that I want to do. So
same here. So that's how we keep the balance, by keeping it on a low.
Keep it on the
hush.
Being that you guys, are hooking people up in the streets, man. What do you guys do for yourself? Are you guys single, in relationships? If not, why not?
Damn, he had to bring that up. Yeah.
No, come on. You're not thirsty. Let's go.
I'm in a weird space, actually. You know what I'm saying? I'm just fresh out of a relationship.
Really?
And just a little fresh out of a relationship. But I'm in a weird space, I'm in limbo, basically. You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm gonna just, leave it at that, basically. I'm just,
Good.
Yeah. I did good, right?
All right, cool. Great.
All right.
I feel like there's an underlining message there, like something you're not saying that you're supposed to say, but okay, we'll take that.
I honestly don't do anything for myself. I've been single for the past 6 years.
Huh?
Yes, I've been single for 6 years. Like I said, I'm just done with it all. So that's why I have that energy to pour into other people. I want to help other people find love, because it's just not something that I'm doing for myself.
She got an ice box where her heart used to be. So that's the problem.
I'm tired of you. Whatever, but yeah.
But nah, since y'all come up with topics, right? I got one for you.
Okay.
All right, let's go.
And it says this: can man, woman be best friends?
Can men and women be best friends?
Yeah.
This is my best friend.
Yeah. We had the topic too.
Yeah.
How?
Hold on. Are you mean?
Best friends.
Yes, men and women can be best friends.
Okay, say you're in a relationship.
See, that's a twist.
Okay.
That's a different question.
Why?
But I've been in a relationship and she's been single. And
but you have to respect boundaries. For example, I knew your girlfriend, you know what I'm saying? And we were cool. You have men who have all these supposed best friends, my homegirl since 2nd grade, but I don't even know who she is. That's a problem. No new friends. If I don't know her, don't be bringing her around 6 years in. Like, all that stuff. No. You can't be alone with her. No. You got to set clear boundaries.
Well, I think you could be best friends with somebody as long as your person who you're dating, you know about them.
That's what I'm saying. You got to know about them.
You know what I'm saying?
And I knew his girlfriend.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Last question. Can girls go smack?
Go smack?
Yeah.
Elaborate. What's the go smack?
Man, it's kind of girl go holler at another dude. Can a girl go holler at a dude and like walk up to the dude like, yeah, man?
She can. Is she going to? No.
I like girls that actually holler.
I told you I'm gonna shoot my shot soon.
But I feel like you can't holler like how men different. Like how we holler. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you need to be able to because it's too unfamiliar. Like I feel like I feel like you know what I'm saying. You could be extra flirtatious. You know what I'm saying. You can even buy a nigga a drink. You know what I'm saying, to let me know. You could give off signals. You know what I'm saying. But let me catch these bones so that you know what I'm saying. Then we can talk. Like I feel like that's a feminine way of hollering at somebody. But I've had, you know, the Cougars, they go ham. They don't care. Like they about to tell you exactly what it is when you want it, how
like
you want it.
Like the old waiter, she literally came up to him and was like, hand on thigh, rubbing up and down the thigh, talking. I'm like, what is going on here?
I know she was
her
ready.
shot. I was shocked. I was like,
her shot. Listen, and ain't nothing wrong with that. I kind of like that. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, being there in that weird space, of course, you're just exploring now. So
yeah, I mean, you know what I'm saying? I like. I've always liked an aggressive girl. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I can't help it.
Show me what you got for a pork chop. You know what I'm saying?
I can't. You know what?
He said, "Give me what you got for a pork chop."
Hey, that's what we trying to say.
Man, I don't know if you ever got this question, but has somebody ever asked you? I mean, has somebody ever told you look like Suge Knight?
You know what? People be saying I look like a lot.
You look
of
like
people.
Caesar from Black Ink.
They be saying I look like a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? But they gotta stop paying me some royalty checks after this. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
but
speaking of royalty checks,
listen,
Ciroc gotta heat us up too.
I know, right? Product placement.
But Suge in jail though, ain't he in jail? He ran somebody over.
Oh, he did.
I do. I gotta tap into my inner Suge like, these days. I have to tap into that.
Man, for all the creatives out there, for all the people who want to start a podcast and they don't know how to, what advice do you have for them?
Well, we should be asking y'all this because listen, y'all got the whole set of everything that we. Listen, y'all are inspiration to me. You know what I'm saying? As far as that, I'm happy just to even be sitting here, doing this. So like we're trying to get on the level that y'all on. So
absolutely,
at the end of the day, we should be asking y'all that. Like basically, what we gotta do. You know, what we gotta do to get on this level. You know, basically, I feel like
I feel like just do it. You know what I mean? I feel like, we all have a lot of thoughts in our mind. We all have visions, and we need to get better at execution. Like actually bringing the visions that you have in your mind to life. So if you can think it, you can achieve it. So I say just go for it. And if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. Right. But you have no regrets because you tried.
Facts.
So just do it. Nike.
Man.
Check.
It's been great, man. How can people reach you on social though?
You can reach me on social media. Everything. I'm OxyTosin, OxyTosin.
And I'm IntroPixs, INTROPIXS. And we're also on Drinks and Conversations. And basically we have our event that's coming up August 3rd.
August 3rd.
Drinks and Conversations 10. It's Sex and Lies. We in Largo. We got a new little venue that we're doing.
We got parking for y'all. Look, y'all got to pay for parking this time.
Y'all got to pay for parking. The
y'all
parking
gonna
is
have
free.
Seats like a mug. We got seats.
We got seats. You know what I'm saying? We're going to do. We got a little bit of spoken word.
And how much is it?
It's only $10.
Only $10.
Only $10.
Okay.
That's it. That's it.
Right.
That's it. And and trust me, I mean, you're gonna have a good time. And hopefully we can have Stuck in the Middle.
So you coming?
No, definitely.
I'm trying to tell you, your wife is there.
Hey,
I'm trying to tell you.
I don't know about that, man, but I'm definitely gonna be there.
How long you been single?
Look, we about to flip it.
We about to
couple
flip
months?
it.
Oh, no. No. It's not over.
So you stuck in the middle too? You stuck in there? He's stuck in the middle. He's not over. All right, it's not over.
A couple months, y'all about to be back.
It's done. Done.
It's not done.
About that. We're gonna see about that.
It's not done.
It's not done.
Nah, it is.
It's done.
Okay, so we gotta talk off camera. Something serious happened.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's what he said. Yeah. Anytime you stroke the chin, look, we know body language. Yeah, it's done. Yeah, it's done. Yeah, it's done. All right. What's it?
Offline.
Yeah. We gonna hook you up something different.
One thing. We would like to know a secret about you. If you could just tell us something about you that nobody knows.
Well, right now?
Right now.
Oh, no, that ain't happening.
No, I want to know.
No. This is all about drinks and conversations, okay? It's all about drinks and conversations.
Right now?
I want to know
which
about
one?
Why is it done?
We're going to leave that.
Why is it done?
We're going to leave that right there. But nah,
Done.
I appreciate you guys coming through. You know what I mean?
Thank you for having us.
Yeah,
oh my
thank you.
gosh.
Thank
We're
you.
like so happy to be here. Seriously, you don't even
Yeah, we
understand.
are.
Thank
Yeah.
you so much.
Man, appreciate the drinks, man. Y'all already got me lit in this joint.
Look,
That's
I
what we
know.
do.
I
That's a
know.
mug, man.
Look,
Lady
we
pop.
done had them talking a
You
little
trying to
bit.
trap me too? Nah, I see you. I see you.
We done had them talking, you know what I'm saying? This and that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But nah, hey, this episode is brought to you in partnership with Perfect Office Solutions, providing affordable, professional, flexible, private office. Damn, I can't even speak, man. Starting at just
Look, we done got 'em
$4.99.
nervous. We done-
Use promo code SITM Podcast to get 10% off your monthly lease. Yeah, SITM Podcast, get 10% off your monthly lease. Hey, this is Stuck in the Middle Podcast. Follow us
Yeah.
on all social platforms at SITM Podcast. The email is SITMPodcast237@gmail.com. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, SITM Podcast. It's a whole lot of SITM Podcasts. Matter of fact, SITM Podcast everywhere.
Everything.
Everywhere. Ask everybody, SITM Podcast. Hey, share this episode with your mama, your girlfriend, your ex-girlfriend,
grandmama.
your ex-girlfriend. Hey, we're Stuck in the Middle Podcast.
Ex-girlfriend.
And boyfriend. We're Stuck in the Middle Podcast. Thank you guys for coming through.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, thank you. Drinks and conversation.
We are out.